Yep, great Raw action coming your way here, Superstars. Well, we're kicking off with women's division action. Yep, Felicia Cat making her way down to the ring, and well, a very outspoken individual is Felicia Cat, all about, well, herself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise if you have we've had a few mic issues with me there. Welcome to Superstars. My name is Davis, and you will have heard Tim Price there, of course. Tim, you've got to be thinking, let's get straight into this women's action here tonight, and of course, three of the best here on the Raw brand.
I couldn't agree more. We're going to see great women's action here, and well, there's Felicia Cat.
Some people would say they probably enjoy it when I'm muted. Making her way to the ring, she is the boss, Sasha Banks.
Yeah, the boss, Sasha Banks, who, well, she had an opportunity to become a women's champion at Extreme Rules, came up short, but well, what you do when that happens, you just get back up, and you continue fighting. That's what Sasha Banks is going to do here.
Yeah, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks will be looking to indeed get a chance again at that women's title.
Well, I think you could be on here half time before it happens a bit. Of course, we have a new Raw Women's Champion in Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, big news going down off Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Alexa Bliss winning the championship. And of course, we have to say, of course, our hearts go out, of course, our thoughts go out to to Mexican Kelsey, who suffered a suspected heart attack at the weekend.
Yeah, and her matchup at Extreme Rules, very worrying.
Yeah, indeed, we wish her all the best. And ladies and gentlemen, the third woman in this match, she is Alexia.
Yeah, but well, very similar to Felicia Cat is Alexia in the fact that, well, she's very outspoken and very much all about just herself, doesn't really care about anyone else.
Well, you're going to see this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. Three big personalities in this match. You've got to be seeing, Tim, it could really come down to who makes the mistake first.
Yeah, very well could be that. And in a triple threat matchup, I mean, it's very easy to make mistakes. Attack someone only to then get attacked from behind because, your awareness hasn't been there.
So who is going to take this match? Tim, who do you think is going to walk away with this match?
I think, me personally, I may go with Felicia Cat. She's devious and very conniving, and that's going to help her, I think, a lot in this matchup. She's a sort that will, team up with someone only to then backstab them 2 seconds later.
Well, maybe it's one thing that you have to do, Tim, in this kind of thing, is maybe you have to do that sort of backstabbing in this triple threat, and that's the success to a triple threat match.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It is what the success is to a triple threat is, make a short-term alliance, and once you notice you've got the advantage of potentially winning the match, well, that's when you turn against the person you've been helping.
Look at this lovely flapjack as Sasha Banks just waits and probably doing the right thing then. Felicia actually found that out and actually decided to go after Sasha Banks.
Yeah, and it's just that ring awareness coming into play that I think all these three women are going to be very good with. Well, Felicia Cat's gone to the outside. I mean, she gets a bit of a breather, but you could easily lose a match hanging on the outside.
Indeed, and look at this, Sasha Banks going up to the top, Tim, and crashes and burns.
Yeah, tried for that splash off the middle rope and crushes and burns to Felicia Cat, taking advantage with that bulldog.
And now look at this, again working over Alexia as Felicia's been very dominant in this match so far. And Sasha Banks, is she doing the right thing by just not really getting involved?
I think that's sometimes wise, in these sort of matches, you have to pick your spots. No, he did, but Sasha turning the back there.
Yeah, you're not going to get a win, especially with the other lady in the ring there. And
but look at this.
Oh!
Eat defeat.
Eat defeat indeed, and that could be it. Cover, hook of the leg. 2 count only. My goodness me. It just shows you, Tim, what these triple threats are like.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like Lexi's going to try taking advantage. Now, what has she got planned? Oh, my goodness.
Lexi right off the top. And Sasha Banks in a lot of trouble, but watch out. Sasha Banks waiting for her then, trying to do more damage to that arm. Sends her right into the stairs. No, the drop kick in the corner.
Yeah, that's going to do a lot of damage getting smashed into those turnbuckles because, the padding is still not comfortable.
Felicia is back inside the ring now. Now double team.
This is where we're seeing the short alliances, but Superstars will continue.
We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, Extreme Rules was this past Sunday night. Exclusive Raw pay-per-view. If you didn't catch it, you can do so now by going to the network, of course our YouTube channel, and make sure you relive the exciting night that was Extreme Rules.
And lots of chaotic action. Do not miss it. You'd be a fool to.
A great pay-per-view event that was GWF Extreme Rules. We are back on Superstars, of course. Here tonight for the Raw brand, myself, Dave Easton, Tim Price, as Felicia almost gets a 3 count.
Yeah, that impressive tornado TDT out of the corner there. Felicia Cadden, what has she got planned here? Go to the top.
Oh, look at this.
Little girl senton.
Woman senton. Look at this. Again, another submission, but no. Lexia come in here. Lexi, sorry. I will keep saying Lexia. I just think it suits her better.
Well, we do have an Alexia, but she's the former women's champion.
That is true. Oh, no, look at this. Oh, my goodness. What a shot to the back of the head.
Yeah, it's a good thing those spikes on the upper pads aren't actually real.
Oh, but look at this. Sasha went for the kick and she was caught by Lexi. And now it is all just Lexi and Felicia inside the ring. This could be a big chance for Lexi to pick up the win here.
Yeah, very well could. As Sasha's out on the outside and she's not really moving.
Cover. Has she got a... No, a 2 count only.
Not over yet. These women still have plenty of fight in them. And Sasha's on the outside and a lot of trouble being there. As Lexi has, dominant control.
Shot right down again. Now what's she going to do? Surfboard.
Well, Sasha needs to get in there quick, but oh no, Felicia fights out of it.
And now, again, Felicia trying to get control of this match. What she's trying to do here, I don't think she knows what she's going to do. Sasha went for the drop kick and she moved out the way. And a Hurricane Rana.
Oh, very impressive here. Don't know what Sasha's thinking here. And no!
That may be just the best thing she could have done. But no, she doesn't take advantage.
No, Sasha starts going outside. She should have focused on Lexi because Lexi's in huge trouble.
What is
Sasha?
Oh my goodness!
Jesus!
Into the LED board. And Sasha really hasn't paid attention. But no, she's reversed. Into the pin.
Oh, she got a hair.
3! Sasha Banks picks up the win.
Oh, well, what a victory for Sasha. We thought she made a terrible mistake, but maybe she was just fooling Lexi. Sure seems like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, the boss, Sasha Banks.
Well, very impressive victory for Sasha here tonight.
Indeed it is. Coming up next, we have tag team action as Vince Albright and Alan Bourne will take on the team of Geordie and Dan Littlewood. Tag team action up next on Superstars.
Yeah, well, this is all all men that are part of the UK division.
Indeed they are. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, he is Vince Albright.
Yep, Vince Albright. Well, just like his cape says, he's always ready to turn out to hit hard and hit often. And well, we've seen it from Vince Albright. He is a real specialist when it comes to that style.
And we learned that, of course, that he agreed a deal with Paul Heyman, and we found, I managed to find this out, Tim, that the deal was to come to Raw.
Well, what a deal it was. I mean, with this new, UK Championship, Vince Albright, I see it definitely him being a future UK champion.
Well, of course, that title held by Morgan Wolf at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, his tag team partner, he is Alan Bourne.
Yep, here comes Alan Bourne. Another man I could definitely see being a future, UK champion. I've just got to put it out there. I mean, yes, it's not part of Raw, but I wonder what he's making of what's going down on in NXT.
Yeah, of course, this Saturday night on NXT, it will be loser leaves NXT, Lewis Bourne versus Thomas Starr. You do not want to miss that going down this Saturday night from 11 o'clock in the UK. Of course, it is going to be an explosive night for the Gold brand and, of course, Maz Freeway.
Sally will, and pardon me, thinks Alan Bourne wants Lewis to lose and then be forced to come back to Raw.
Yeah, if Lewis does that, I think Alan will be waiting for him, definitely. But let's get to their opponents here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Making his way to the ring first, he is Geordie.
At the flying Scotsman Geordie loves to use that high flying. Well, it's just there's so much talent in this matchup that this is another man I think could be a future UK champion.
Now, talking about NXT, what do you think he makes of his former tag partner, now going by the name of Mr. Credits?
Part of me is hoping that I think Geordie feels shame towards him.
Of course, Mr. Credits we're talking about is Mr. Rob Dundee. Definitely trying to earn them credits, as he likes to say, but not really giving Geordie something to smile about, we would say.
No, because he's got a complete change to who he is, and also I was all thinking this was going to be a great success, and now all he's done is fail.
Well, Geordie will be looking to see if he can get some success with Dan Littlewood here tonight on Superstars.
What kind of condition is Dan Littlewood going to be in?
Let's find out. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is Dan Littlewood, version 1.
Yeah, Dan Littlewood, version 1. Well, he did come up short at Extreme Rules challenging Johnny Omega for the Hardcore Championship, but, well, maybe he'll put his sights somewhere else, and that's on the UK Championship.
You've got to say, Tim, that the UK division on Raw definitely hotting up now. Morgan Wolf has a huge target on his back, and there is so many competitors who can take that title off him.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. I think Chris Walker came close to it at Extreme Rules when Wolf managed to keep it, but Morgan Wolf has to be careful.
And of course, we've seen... Oh, I'm sorry.
As I quickly said, one of these 4 men could be his next contender.
Indeed, and of course we've also seen people like Jack Gallagher and of course Sir Hugh Harrington from High Impact. They've come across and been a part of this division. So as I said, definitely Morgan will be having one eye on this contest as a Big Match John says, let's get it on.
And oh, look at that. Vince Albright rushing straight out the gate.
Look at it. Oh my goodness, almost into submission. This could be over quickly because Geordie does not want to lose the feeling in that leg because, of course, Geordie, as we call him, the jumping Geordie, of course.
Yeah, he is a high flyer and he needs that leg strength if he wants to go about high flying.
Vince Albright will be looking just to dish out punishment. Very old school wrestler is Vince Albright. He just likes to get in the ring and he just likes to beat people up.
Yep, that is Vince Albright, just down to a T. That is what he is a specialist in. And well, yeah, he had some pretty tough battles back in England.
Oh, nice shot there by Jody out of that one. Knew what was coming. But look at this. Look at the combinations here from Vince Albright. Just lovely shot right across the back.
Yeah, but then, oh, look at that. I mean, you can say Vince Albright's a brawl, but he's technically gifted as well.
And you see, Jody needs to really use his quickness. There's a lovely crucifix there by Jody. And now looking to get a submission in on his own here.
Yeah, but very close to ropes. All Vince Albright needs to do is grab the rope, but now he's going to fight out of it instead.
So much, you would say, power in Vince Albright. It makes it very scary, of course, because he's also very quick in the ring.
Yeah, he's extremely quick. I mean, sad about his upbringing in England. I've seen one of his videos of one of his bar fights. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I can guess. As Dan Littlewood now makes his way into the ring. Big shot by Vince, though. Meets him up and uh-oh.
Oh boy, what has he got planned here?
Oh! Flapjack drilling Dan Littlewood into the mat.
And now he's going to bring Alan Bourne into this matchup.
All I could just hear is him just saying, dummy. Yeah. Exactly. And oh, the drop kick connects right into the chest. Of course, Alan Bourne was on Twitter earlier today. Tim said it in the intro. Very interested in what happens to his brother Lewis Bourne, of course, over on NXT. He did send a tweet out today saying, Lewis, I haven't forgot what happened. Let's just hope you don't end back up on Raw, because you may be in for some tough times.
I don't doubt that for a second. Lewis Bourne has got to hope he either wins that match, or that if he does lose, he doesn't go back to Raw. Someone else picks him up.
Well, we'll find out if that is the case. As Alan Bourne here, look out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the running powerbomb.
Yeah, that impressive running sit-out powerbomb from Alan Bourne.
And Tim, you've got to be thinking here, if Morgan is having one eye on this, surely he's been looking at Alan Bourne and, oh my goodness, the Pele kick out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think he's got an eye on every single one of these competitors. I mean, that's what defines a good champion, is not underestimating a single person.
You're becoming the ego of Morgan Wolf, of course. We all know that's famous. And
he has got a big ego, but I think he's earned the ego.
Well, look at this now. Dan Littlewood. If Dan Littlewood can pick up the win here tonight, maybe Maz may be giving him a shot. Oh, a sparkly witch!
Oh, what a sparkly witch. Could have knocked Alan Bourne out.
Oh, side effect!
Hits the big side effect and Alan Bourne looks out of it.
Into the cover. No, a 2 count only.
Yeah, just a 2 count there. And, oh, Dan Littlewood had something in mind, but Alan Bourne dodges it.
And now Alan Bourne has him up. But no, Littlewood, 2 shots. And a third will break the hold. Littlewood now. Oh!
But, oh!
The code breaker.
What a code breaker from out of nowhere.
And now, no, an arm drag. Well, it doesn't look like it's affected down too much. And now, twist of wood.
Hits the twist of wood, but Vince Albright, he's gone in the ring and he's attacking Dan Littlewood.
But look at this. Anyone, even someone who's version 1, can do a Russian leg sweep.
As well, Dan Littlewood's now going to bring Jordy back into this matchup.
And Jordy can just pick the bones. But look where his arm is. Yeah, I was going to say big match, John.
At least he's got his contact lenses in today.
Definitely about that. If we've seen that as superstars, we'll continue. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember GWF comes your way 6 times a week. Raw on a Monday, SmackDown on Tuesday. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final superstars on Wednesday nights. We'll go into that in just a little bit. Of course, High Impact on a Thursday and NXT on a Saturday night. Make sure you join us, and if you don't, please do follow all our social medias because we'd love you too. It would be nice. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Jody looking to pick up the win.
Yeah, I thought it was coming back straight to a pin there. Could have been over right there, but no.
Yeah, just talking during that ad break there about the this being the last Superstars on a Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. We have huge news of a new brand coming to GWF, the GWF Warzone. And I know, Tim, you're going to be excited because it'll be me and you who do the commentary.
Yeah, I cannot wait for it. Another brand coming to GWF. I mean, who's going to go there after wonder? What sort of new faces will we see?
Yeah, of course, ladies and gentlemen, there is big news. We're going to have a draft to determine which members of the GWF roster will go to Warzone. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you keep an eye on our social media because it will be a very special live event.
Make sure you do not miss him. Put back to this action and what's Jordy got planned here?
Oh, nice Hurricane Runner takeover.
Yeah, beautiful there, and that's just the style of Jordy. He lost that high flying and using his speed.
And look at this now, into the cover. No, just a 2.
Not over yet. There's still plenty of fight left in Vince Albright, but what's Jordy going for here? Well, Valley thinks of doing something.
Look at this, but Vince Albright just gets out the back of that. And now, look at the shots again. Oh, the spinning heel kick.
Oh, what a spinning heel kick by Jordy there. But that was, I thought that knocked out Vince Hawkeye for a second.
Look at this now. Jordy has continued. Jordy has looked very impressive since we've came back from the break. You have to see that this has been a very impressive match by Jordy, which you've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. I mean, I think Jordy's really coming into his own since, becoming more of a singles competitor. Yes, it's his tag team, but I think Jordy's definitely improved.
Now, into the corner. Could Jordy put away Vince Albright here? What that would do for Jordy and his prospects of getting a shot against Morgan Wolf. Look at this. Over the top. And there's the clothesline.
What a springboard clothesline there. Vince Albright looks out of it.
2, 3. Jordy picks up the win. My goodness, Tim, you have to be impressed with that performance.
Oh, I am certainly impressed with that performance. Well, Jordy and Dan Littlewood were very impressive, but I have to give it to Jordy for being the most impressive.
That is a huge win, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. And, well, you have to say, that stunned a few people. And tonight, it is the night of Jordy and Dan Littlewood who pick up the win on Superstars.
Well, I see big things for both these two. Morgan Wolf, you better watch out.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Axel will take on Dolph Ziggler next on Superstars.
Never seen Curtis Axel in a while, but yep, he is taking on Dolph Ziggler. What a match we have here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, he is Curtis Axel.
Yep, Curtis Axel. I mean, he has been a while since we've seen him here, but well, what a huge opportunity Curtis Axel has here tonight. If he can beat a man like Dolph Ziggler, I think that would very much impress Joe Disney. And I hear that Curtis Axel's not being impressed about the fact it's almost like he's been forgotten about.
Yeah, Curtis Axel may be thinking of maybe getting the draft to Warzone.
Yeah, possibly. I think if Joe Disney's almost forgot about him, a draft could really, well, rejuvenate him.
It can, and you've got to be thinking there's so many people on the GWF roster who would be thinking maybe it's a new start, maybe it's somewhere where I can flourish, and maybe even really build the brand up that I am.
Yeah, exactly. I think this could be a great thing for so many superstars that have potentially, be forgotten about on their respective rosters.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Curtis Axel looks determined here tonight. Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Big Daddy Cool Diesel. He is Dolph Ziggler. And I know I'm going to get wrong, aren't I?
What?
For calling him Diesel when it's Kevin Nash, of course.
Well, he was Diesel.
I love that gimmick.
Oh, I do too. But, Kevin Nash is his real name.
And I don't think I would want him to come anywhere near me.
No, he might jacket off powerbomb you through our announce table.
Don't want any more back injuries. Dolph Ziggler, though, ready to go here on Superstars this week.
Dolph Ziggler, he's always ready for the battle. Always ready to show off in that ring.
Dolph Ziggler, Curtis Axel, who have you got your money on? Ladies and gentlemen, we kick off Superstars' next match. Ziggler, ready, and big match John gets us underway. Tim, you've got to be thinking this could be an uphill task for Curtis Axel here tonight.
Yeah, I think it could be an uphill task, but Curtis Axel, if he wants to get into good books of courtesy to really, show his worth, defeating Dolph Ziggler will definitely put him there, but it will be a tall task.
And look, it's just an arm under the chin, just getting trying to wear down Curtis Axel early on in this contest. Face buster, lovely.
Yeah, lovely face buster. That's just Ziggler down to a T. He's technically gifted and very fast at the same time.
And of course, Ziggler would be looking to see if he can get back into that Raw title picture, but no, nice step out of the way. And Curtis Axel now takes down, nice drop toe hold there.
Yeah, this is very early guys of this match. Very back and forth between Axel and Ziggler here.
Of course, the Twitch chat haven't given much to poor Curtis here. Only 6.7% saying that they're going to go from 93.3 for Dolph Ziggler. And rake to the eyes. Maybe gives Curtis Axel a chance here. And
exactly.
Belly to belly, nobody wins off that.
Exactly. I mean, that's the sort of legs Curtis Axel is willing to go to, and I think that's the sort of legs he needs to go to. And
now, dear me, nice shot across the arm. Ziggler now going up on top.
What Ziggler got plan is some sort of high flying and God,
connects beautifully with the elbow, flying off the top.
Yeah, the elevation. Dolph Ziggler got jump in there and then hit that elbow just perfectly.
Ziggler, of course, Kevin Nash looking on, Diesel looking on. Look at that, a bit of arrogance there by Dolph.
Yeah, but that's Dolph down to a T. He loves to show off, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, so much to come in the next few days from GWF. Ziggler, look at this, look at the elbows, right on the mark.
Yeah, just his heart stopper elbows, good lord.
Make sure you don't tell Jerry Lawler that.
Or Mexican Kelsey.
Oh, Mexican Kelsey, of course. And look at this, for good measure, have another one.
And now just hit again, Ziggler just showing off more. And well, I think Ziggler's looking to end this. He's calling for the end, and this is what's going to be... No, not full game.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking that was well done by Axel, but look at this. Ziggler catches him, but no. Oh, Axel thought he had him, but a lovely drop kick by Dolph, who continues the push, but look out. Big back body drop by Curtis Axel.
Yeah, Curtis Axel's really shown what he's made of there. He scouted that attempt at the zigzag perfectly, and now he is back into dominant control.
And now look at this. Nice snapmare takeover.
Uh-oh.
And nice wrench of the neck, and that could do it. Axel could pick up a huge win here.
This would be massive.
No.
Barely even a 2 count there, and Axel can't believe it.
And look at this now. Axel looking to put away Ziggler here.
Uh-oh.
If he
Is
hits...
this...
Oh,
Oh!
that's surely gonna do it!
Have Hangman's face buster.
Kevin
has
Nash
to
didn't
do
see it! No! It too. Oh my goodness, the crowds gasp as Axel thought he'd got the 3.
Yeah, and Axel couldn't believe it. He was like, this is how it's a big match. What the hell?
We have to quickly just mention, ladies and gentlemen, that if you played WWE Champions, you could be playing in the GWF faction. And, well, Ziggler thought he had the win, but no, again, Axel coming back.
Now I have to give it to Axel. He's really showing his own here, and even if he doesn't win, I think he has to have impressed Joe Disney.
And now, yeah, that bunny will be impressed no end as a lovely snap suplex by Curtis Axel.
Yeah, and now the elbow drop and Axel, well, he is dominating right now. But look at this again, just this back and forth as Ziggler fights back.
Ziggler, now what's he doing? Is he... Oh, he might be tuning up that band. Wait, here it comes. No, Axel ducks out of the way.
Axel just scattered out too perfectly. It's like Ziggler stamping his foot on the ground, alerted Axel.
But look at that, he's busted Axel wide open. I think Ziggler may have been a bit peed off. He didn't get the win. And oh my goodness, look at that scene. Look at the blood. Axel needs to get out of there, and he does.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No! He went for it, and he got hit with a Northern Lights.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to set for that perfect plex, but Ziggler reversed it. And now...
Zigzag!
Hits it with perfection, straight into the cover.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Dolph Ziggler is your winner this week on Superstars.
Well, I have to hand it to Curtis Axel. He was very impressive, held his own for a lot of that, but in the end, not enough, and Ziggler is your winner.
Big win here tonight for Dolph Ziggler on Superstars, back on the winning trail.
Yeah, again, just very impressive for Ziggler. What is next in the horizon for him?
Well, we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen, as we are ready for our hardcore title match. Of course,
yes,
we're just going to say, just the ring announcer there, just telling the audience, of course.
Yeah, I heard the reason why we can't hear this.
Why?
Can't hear her. Apparently, she's hooked up to the same thing as Mexican commentary.
Ladies and gentlemen, introduce him first. He is the challenger. How?
Wait, what? What the? What's going on?
What the hell?
How Phil was meant to be getting a hardcore title shot?
Why is Crazy J coming out?
I mean, I know it's 24/7 rules that... Oh no. I apparently just got through my headset that Hal Fell was attacked by Hunter Club backstage, and before we could even get cameras, he's been rushed to hospital.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is unexpected, but it looks like Crazy J is going to take on Johnny Omega for the hardcore title.
Yes, it was Crazy J's taking advantage of a situation when he's a former hardcore champion. Johnny Omega took it off of him, so this is a chance for revenge.
Well, of course, we've seen Johnny Omega take the title off Crazy J when Crazy J won the title. Well, it didn't take long for Johnny Omega to attack, but hey, tonight this could be the chance for Crazy J.
Yeah, this could be a huge opportunity. I mean, you know, Johnny Omega was preparing to face Hal Fell. Now he's gonna have to, well, somehow quickly prepare for Crazy J instead.
Crazy J is ready for Johnny Omega. Well, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is your hardcore champion. He is Johnny Omega.
Yep, that is the hardcore champion, Johnny Omega, who, well, despite this 24/7 rule, has held it for, well, quite a long time in terms of when you have a 24/7 rule implemented.
Well, the leader of the elite is here tonight, and he is ready to defend that hardcore championship. Not against his scheduled opponent, but you know that Johnny Omega will like to beat Crazy J just one more time.
Yeah, the elite would love if they could get another one up on the Hunter Club.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Main event time.
See these fans, they are absolutely stoked for this. I mean, they don't care how much they expected, but we still got a hardcore title match.
Of course it is, and well, of course we'll not be able to hear any of this, but there's Crazy J, of course, as he's looking to become hardcore champion again. He says that is his style. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, he's called Crazy J for a reason.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is your last chance to bet tonight, so make sure you do get your bets in. Johnny Omega just staring across the ring. He doesn't care who he faces.
No, I think he does it. I mean, with this 24/7 rule, I mean, he's got to be prepared for anyone to answer the challenge.
Is he holding that title for the last time tonight, though? As he hands it over to Big Match John, who will show Crazy J. And I'm sure Crazy J would like to get his hands on it for more than about a minute and a half.
I'm sure he would, but Johnny Omega's not going to make it any bit easy. He's going to fight and claw to keep the title.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It is main event time. Who is going to walk away with the hardcore championship? Oh my goodness! A brainbuster to start things off here.
Yeah, Johnny Omega's not holding anything back immediately with that brainbuster. I mean, there is a lot of bad blood between the Elite and the Hunter Club. Oh, Sparkly Witch!
And now, over the top here, Johnny Omega going to the top rope. Could be big news already. Frog Splash!
What a frog splash by Johnny Omega. The height and elevation he got.
My goodness me. And
but Crazy J's finally fighting back.
yeah, big elbow drop right to the heart of Johnny Omega. Crazy J has always said he wants revenge for what happened on when Superstars returned, of course, when Johnny Omega stole, he said, the title from him.
And Hal Fell's becoming an unfortunate victim because of this.
And look at this now. Oh, spinning neck breaker. Lovely executed by Omega.
Just doing more damage to the head of Crazy J.
But look at this. Oh, reverse STO by Crazy J. Now back in control of this one.
And Crazy J's just trying to use that brawling style to his advantage, but Johnny Omega again fighting back, and what a Hurricane Rana.
This match going back and forth, looking for the armbar submission. Crazy J in a lot of trouble here. But no, he seems to get out of it pretty easy in a big shot. But has the damage been done?
Yeah, could have very well been done there. And again, Crazy J's tried to use that brawler, but Omega again fighting back, and Crazy J's arm could be seriously injured.
Look at this up on the second rope, looking for that. Oh my goodness! It's like a sort of a stunner using the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, this is just more head damage to Crazy J. This is bad.
And now look out! Oh, the big power bomb! And now this could be the end. This could be the end of Crazy J.
Oh, it could. He's bringing him up.
You know what this is?
I do. The one-winged angel.
Thanks for coming, Crazy J. Your attacks mean nothing. Johnny Omega retains the Hardcore Championship.
Well, that was all that head damage to Crazy J, I think, just totaled him, and Johnny Omega very smart there.
And Johnny Omega and the Elite continue on, ladies and gentlemen, as the Hardcore Champion.
Well, who'll be next to go for that title?
We'll have to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for being a part of Superstars tonight. My name is, of course, Ben Davies, and Tim Price, of course, as always, say goodbye to the fans.
Goodbye, fans.
Thanks so much for being a part of tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you do see this on our YouTube, please give it a big like, and please give us some feedback. We want to hear from you. Guys, that is it for tonight. We will see you high impact tomorrow night. Bye for now. I didn't